In the heart of our modern world, a web of connections stretches across continents. Social media platforms like a spider's intricate design, weaving through every corner of life, yet hidden within this digital fabric lies a darker thread. As we scroll mindlessly through feeds filled with curated perfection and endless scrolling, it's easy to miss the impact these virtual threads have on our emotional well-being. Imagine waking up one morning, your eyes glued to that small screen. The first thing you see is a post from someone who seems to be living their best life, perfect photos, glamorous vacations, and seemingly flawless relationships. You swipe down further into this curated reality, comparing yourself to these idealized versions of others. Before long, the familiar sensation begins to creep in, a feeling that something might not quite measure up. This isn't just a momentary glitch, it's an emotional tug at your self-esteem. Over time, as you continue to compare and contrast your life with these polished images, a subtle yet persistent doubt starts to take hold. Am I really good enough? Am I living the life I'm meant to be living? It's like standing in front of a mirror that only reflects what it wants to see, the best parts, leaving out all the flaws. As you spend more and more time staring into this reflection, scrutinizing every aspect of your existence against these filtered images, the cracks start to appear on the facade of self-confidence. This isn't just about looking good, it's a deeper erosion of mental health. As we delve further into this complex landscape, one must question, is all this virtual validation really worth the toll it takes? How do we navigate through these digital waters without drowning in our own insecurities and fears? Every time you scroll down that endless feed, every time someone likes or comments on a post, there's an underlying message being sent. Your worth is measured by how many likes or followers you have. This constant validation quest can become exhausting, not just for the mind but also for in the heart of our modern world, where screens have become an extension of ourselves. Social media has woven itself into the fabric of daily life. It's hard to imagine a day without scrolling through feeds or checking notifications. But as this digital landscape flourishes, it casts long shadows that can be both illuminating and unsettling. It started innocently enough, sharing photos with friends, staying connected across miles, finding communities where we feel seen and heard. Social media promised to make the world smaller, more accessible, a place of endless possibilities. And yet, as time passed, whispers began to circulate about darker aspects, about how these platforms can affect our mental health. Let's take a step back for a moment. Imagine yourself sitting at your desk or on your couch, engrossed in scrolling through news feeds. You swipe down, up, and across, absorbing countless pieces of information, images, and stories. The content is diverse, everything from heartwarming cat videos to breaking news headlines. It can be fascinating and sometimes overwhelming. But what if we asked a different question? What if instead of asking how much time you spend on social media, the focus was on why you keep coming back despite knowing it might not always make you feel great? The answer lies in our human psychology. Social media taps into fundamental desires, the need to belong, be seen, and matter. It's designed to create a sense of community by allowing us to connect with others instantly, often through likes, comments, and shares. These interactions can boost our self-esteem temporarily but leave us vulnerable when things go wrong. Consider the cycle: you post something you think is brilliant or beautiful. Initially, it feels like validation. But what if no one reacts? Or worse, what if people comment negatively? Over time, this cycle of seeking approval and feeling inadequate can wear on your mental well-being. The constant comparison to others' highlight reels creates an environment where self-doubt thrives. Moreover, in the heart of our digital age, social media has become an integral part of daily life. It's a space where we share moments, connect with friends, and stay informed about global events. Yet, as these platforms have grown in popularity, they've also revealed some troubling shadows that cast doubt on their true impact on mental health. Imagine scrolling through your feed, seeing the curated lives of others, each post filled with smiles and achievements. It's easy to feel like you're missing out or not measuring up. This constant comparison can lead to a spiral of negative emotions, jealousy, anxiety, even depression. The more we compare our imperfect reality with these polished snapshots, the deeper this sense of inadequacy digs into our psyche. A recent study revealed that prolonged social media use is linked to increased levels of loneliness and isolation, despite being surrounded by virtual connections. This paradoxical outcome highlights a critical flaw. While technology should bring us closer together, it often pushes us further apart emotionally. The digital world may be designed for sharing, but the way we engage with these platforms can create barriers that are hard to see. Moreover, social media's algorithms play an insidious role in this narrative of self-doubt and dissatisfaction. These systems are engineered to keep users engaged by showing content tailored to their preferences, content that often reinforces negative feelings or fuels addictive behavior. The more we use the platform, the less aware we become of how it manipulates our emotions. Let's take a step back and consider why this matters for each one of us. When you scroll through your feed feeling down about yourself, what happens next? Do you reach out to friends, or do you retreat into silence, hiding behind the screens that are supposed to connect you with others? This cycle can become habitual, making it harder to break free from negative patterns. The impact on mental health doesn't stop there. The pressures of maintaining a perfect online persona can be overwhelming for many users. Young people in particular, in the vast expanse of digital connectivity that social media has become, it's easy to get swept up in its allure. With just a few taps or clicks, we can connect with friends from afar, share our lives through vibrant posts, and even gain followers who admire us for what we put out into the world. But beneath this veneer lies another side of social media, its dark underbelly that often goes unnoticed. Let's consider Sarah, a young woman who has been using Instagram as her primary platform to showcase her life since she was in high school. She started off with simple posts about school and friends but gradually began posting more intimate moments from her daily routine. Over time, the number of likes and comments became almost like a drug for her. Each notification seemed to validate her existence. Sarah found herself checking her phone incessantly, often feeling anxious if she didn't have as many followers or interactions as before. This phenomenon is not unique to Sarah. Many people find themselves trapped in this cycle where social media validation becomes an integral part of their self-worth and identity. The constant need for likes, comments, and shares creates a pressure to present a perfect life online, which can be exhausting both mentally and emotionally. This relentless pursuit often leads to feelings of inadequacy when real-life experiences fall short of the curated perfection seen on screens. A study conducted by researchers at Stanford University found that participants who spent just 30 minutes scrolling through their social media feeds experienced increased levels of anxiety compared to those engaged in offline activities like reading or playing games. The reason? Social comparison, a process where individuals compare themselves unfavorably with others, often leading to feelings of inferiority and dissatisfaction. The impact of this constant comparing can be seen even more starkly among teenagers who are still developing their self-identity. According to a survey by the Royal Society for Public Health in the UK, social media was ranked as one of the most significant contributors to low mental health scores among young people aged. The dark side of social media is a stark reality that touches almost every aspect of our lives. It's easy to get lost in the endless scroll, but beneath its shimmering surface lies a shadowy landscape where mental health struggles can thrive. Take Emma for instance. She was once an active participant on multiple platforms, sharing her life with the world and seeking validation through likes and comments. Over time, she began to feel like something wasn't right. The constant comparison to seemingly perfect lives started eating away at her self-esteem. Every photo someone posted made me see my own flaws, Emma says softly. She's not alone in this struggle. Studies have shown that excessive social media use can lead to increased feelings of anxiety, depression, and even loneliness. It's a paradoxical situation where the very tool designed for connection often isolates us more than ever before. The pressure to present an Idealized version of oneself online creates unrealistic expectations. People start comparing their behind-the-scenes lives with highlight reels others project. But it's not just about what we see, there are darker aspects too. Cyberbullying and harassment, while not new phenomena, have found fertile ground in the digital realm. The anonymity provided by social media can embolden bullies to lash out without fear of immediate consequences. 4. Many victims, this experience can be devastating, leading to severe mental health issues. Then there's FOMO, fear of missing out. This psychological condition is exacerbated on platforms that show only select moments from people's lives. The result? Constant anxiety over whether we're missing something important or better than what we currently have. It becomes a vicious cycle where every notification feels like an urgent call to action. The impact of social media on mental health isn't just felt by individuals but also spills into family dynamics and relationships. Couples find themselves comparing each other online, leading to arguments over who has the more perfect relationship or life. Parents worry about their children's interactions with strangers they meet through these platforms. As we gaze into the shadows cast by our screens, it's easy to see how social media can become a mirror reflecting both the best and worst of ourselves. On one hand, these platforms offer us endless opportunities for connection, creativity, and self-expression. But on the other, they can trap us in cycles of comparison, anxiety, and loneliness. Consider the young woman we met who found solace and community through online forums but also grappled with feelings of inadequacy when comparing her life to the curated highlights reels of others. Or the teenager whose confidence soared as he gained followers and likes but later struggled with cyberbullying that left him questioning his self-worth. The digital world can be a place where our identities are both celebrated and shattered, where relationships thrive yet falter. It's no wonder that studies show increased rates of depression, anxiety, and loneliness among those who spend more time on social media platforms. The pressure to present an idealized version of ourselves can lead to self-doubt and dissatisfaction. But there is hope in this reflection, hope for growth and change. Just as the sun sets over a cityscape, casting everything into shadow, it also heralds the coming day with its promise of light. For every challenge we face online, there are tools and strategies available to help us navigate these waters more effectively. Firstly, becoming aware of our own behaviors is crucial. By setting boundaries around screen time and actively choosing content that brings joy and inspiration rather than distress can make a significant difference. Engaging in mindful practices such as meditation or journaling allows us to connect with ourselves on deeper levels, fostering greater self-compassion and resilience. Secondly, cultivating genuine connections offline remains essential. Social media may provide fleeting interactions, but true friendship often requires face-to-face conversations, shared experiences, and emotional support. Prioritizing real-world relationships can offer a counterbalance to the superficiality of online engagement. Lastly, advocating for healthier digital practices both personally and collectively is understanding the mind is a lifelong journey. Subscribe to explore it with us.